It is probably not actually Monday or Thursday. I actually got to the end of all the drafts I need to record for Dominaria to do the minimum. Next week will be Core 2019 Limited Review Week. Hopefully I managed to get all of those up on time. I am going on a trip that may interfere a little bit, but there'll be Core 2019 Limited Review soon. But my point is, I'm recording all of these ahead of time. I've gotten all of the minimum number of Dominaria drafts recorded, and I would only have to do one more. But because I like this format so much, I'm going to do a bunch. And this week, before Core 2019 Limited Review Week, which will be next week, I'm going to try to do a draft just every day. I think I should be able to do it because I got, again, the minimum done ahead of time, and I love this format. So finding time to play a format you love is definitely a little bit easier. So more Dominaria, going to do a bunch of it. I know it's an old format now, but I think most people have really loved this format, and I'm going to enjoy playing it and recording it, and hopefully you'll enjoy watching it. Okay, well, in Bolus's Clutches, I don't know where it's ended up in everyone's estimations as like best card in the format, but it's still in the top 10 for me. I don't know if I'd have to think about what is better, and there's not much, even in Rare or Mythic, that is. Stealing your opponent's creature is one of the most powerful things you can do in Magic because it's a removal spell that gives you a creature. So, and a big, whatever their best creature is what you get and what you kill. So it's very good. There's not really anything in this pack that comes anywhere close. Grun's a solid finisher for green decks. Academy Journey Mage is nice, but I definitely want in Bolus's Clutches. But yeah, I'm going to draft this format as much as I can before I do go before Core 2019 and everything, and then going on a trip, because I'm going to miss this format. I hope Core 2019 is as fun as I'm recording this. Only about half of it's been spoiled, but I'll play any limited format as the addict that I am, but this one has been especially fun, and it might be my favorite, maybe even since Triple Khans of Tarkir. That's a long time. Anyway, so Baird or Pegasus Courser, I think, are options here. They're both really good. I think I like Baird a little more. He also gets some bonus points for being historic, and that does matter. The Courser is good, but I love Baird. I love that he makes the opponent choose between building their board or attacking you when you play him in the early game, and in the late game, he's definitely still kind of a nuisance. Okay, well, here's a card that cares about historic. The blue cards here aren't great. Weight of Memory is okay, but I think I like the Trapper more. I also like Sergeant at Arms more, too, probably, but I'm going to take the Trapper here. It's proven to be pretty great for me in this format. There's just enough. You can tap down things enough times with it that you get your value's worth out of it. Okay, we're continuing to see unexciting blue spells, but there's blue things, I should say. The Assistant's fine, but it's the kind of card you pick up like 12th or 13th and put into your deck, and if you have enough historic. I think I'd take Gideon's Reproach here. It's a nice removal spell. Mace Unicorn's fine too, but the Reproach is better. And okay, White's looking open because we have a late Courser and Call the Cavalry. Which do I like more? I think I like the Courser more. They're close though. They're both very, very good white commons. Giving stuff flying is nice. And we'll take another one. Memorial to Glory is good, but it's like the fourth best, I think, of the memorials. Whereas like the black, blue, and green one, I would take over most commons, basically. I don't think Memorial to Glory is better than Pegasus Courser, though it is good. Courser is better. So are we going to be able to play in Bolus's Clutches? I mean, we're going to try. Blue doesn't seem super open, but if white continues to be so open that we're getting, really, these are all white cards I'm happy to have in my deck. At the very least, I'm like mildly happy, let's say, about having them in my deck. So if we can keep doing that, then, playing the Clutches won't be hard. But if white doesn't remain this open, and if we see like premium removal or crazy cards in other colors, we may have to move off of Clutches. But yeah, yesterday should have been Monday, and that draft video went up. Today's Tuesday, and I'm planning on at least Monday through Friday this week there being a Dominaria draft to sort of close out this awesome, awesome format. My record's fine in this format. It's about typical for me. I didn't do better than I usually do or worse than I usually do. Win percentage of 60% is about what I tend to do. Sometimes I do worse. I think in Rivals of Ixalan I was at like 56. Sometimes I do better. In Masters 25 I think it was like 70, for example. So, this is a format I've enjoyed despite not really excelling at it any better than I normally do in a limited format. And that's a good sign. This format just doesn't get stale. I don't know how many more times I could draft this and still not be bored, but I think the answer is a lot. Okay, so maybe we take a Weight of Memory now. I mean, Crows of Ooze is a fine green card. Partick Wanderer is an okay 6-drop. But Weight of Memory, I think I take it here over like Homered Explorer, Opt, Partick Wanderer. I mean, maybe Opt is more likely to make the cut if we're blue. Because Weight of Memory, it's pretty clunky, but this format's slow enough that it's fine a lot of the times. But I'd rather just have Divination, honestly, than Weight of Memory. So it draws you 1 less card for 2 less mana. So yeah, I'll take Opt. I convinced myself to change. Okay. None of this is any sort of indication that anything's open. These red cards are all mediocre or worse. This black card is same group, mediocre. All these cards are kind of medium. I may take the Servant just because of synergy. I mean, at this point, I only have one thing that it goes with, but it does go with stuff like Icy Manipulator and things like that. Yeah, I think I'll just take the Artifact. It's not great, but could be worse. I haven't gotten to play with this. My instinct is that it's not especially good most of the time. But there is a Keldon Overseer here, and I do think this is a red card that is actually good. So I think I will take it and see if red's open. Okay, same with Keldon Raider. I actually do like that card. And Rampaging Cyclops, I mean, like's a strong word, but I feel perfectly fine about having it. But that may mean no In Bolus's Clutches for us. I'm going to take the blue card here just because you can actually, occasionally it'll be good with In Bolus's Clutches. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll take a Navigator's Compass. It's going to potentially end up in our deck. It's more likely than some other things. Okay, so red's really open. It is considered by most the worst color in the set, and I think that's probably true, but if you're the only red drafter at a table, it sort of doesn't matter. Man. This is a strong pack. I mean, Karn's Temporal Sundering is only good if you can actually manage to have a legendary thing. Right now, we do have 2, technically, because In Bolus's Clutches makes whatever we steal legendary. So that's tempting. The Eldest Reborn is very strong. Halar's good. Baloth Gorger's good. Vicious Offering's good. I mean, it goes on and on here. This is a very strong pack. The red's not very good here. And the blue is better. I like Relic Runner and Karn's Temporal Sundering. So we're already at 2 legendaries. We would definitely need more to play Karn's Temporal Sundering and have it work out for us. But I think I'm going to take it. I mean, if I can also play In Bolus's Clutches, I'll be really happy. Yawgmoth's Vile Offering back to back. Okay, well, here's the Divination I said I would take. And I think maybe that's what I take here. The red here isn't anything special. The green here is not bad. I mean, and Urgaros isn't bad either, but I think I'd rather just take Divination or Sergeant at Arms, and I think I'll take the blue card. Take the blue cards while I can get them. Okay, so yeah, red's not looking great. Green is actually looking really open. Both Llanowar Elves and Elfhame Druid have made it this far. That is making me kind of regret some of my decisions so far. But I think we probably just take a Trapper here. Yeah. And, maybe green is the most open color, and that's where we should have gone, but I do like the Trappers. Okay. Well, we could splash Tiana, but she's nothing special. Calico Skinwitch is nice. I mean, these 2 artifacts are both so mediocre that Don't really feel like taking either of them. I don't know what I want here. I guess maybe I take Tiana just because of Karn's Temporal Sundering. We have to end up with some fixing like a Skittering Surveyor to splash her, but what else am I going to take here? The black cards, you know, Calico Skin Witch I think is the best card in this pack. So, but yeah, we'll take this. Okay, we could still end up red-white too. This pack is sort of suggesting that with another Overseer. Invoke the Divine's fine. And I think it's probably what I take here. Yeah. Fall of the Thran isn't especially good. There's yet another Keldon Raider, which I like more than Rampaging Cyclops, so it's an upgrade, and I think I take it. Are we moving into red-white now? Yeah, we'll take... Interesting. So we would, if we go red-white, we would have 2 also Legendary Creed. That's all we'd have. That's probably not quite enough. But I do kind of feel like that's where we're going now, because red's open enough. I mean, Vidalian Arcanist is fine, but I think Keldon Raider, Keldon Overseer, plus Tiana. It also means equipment's a little better than it would normally be. So I guess I'm going to take a Blood Tallow Candle here. Okay, Excavation Elephant is good with Blood Tallow Candle, and I'll take it. So Adamant Will's a decent trick. We do have a lot of creatures, so I guess that's what we'll take. Yeah, charge. Artificer's Assistant, if we ever end up back in blue, which I don't see as probable, but could happen. I mean, a 5-mana 3/3 flying first strike is decent no matter what, but right now I'd probably play a Rampaging Cyclops too. The Coursers make Cyclopses a little better than they would be usually, actually, so I might even play 2 right now. Like, if the draft ended right now, obviously I would play them because I don't have that many choices, but... do I want a third one, though? Probably not. This is a good sideboard card against... sure, Sparring Construct. Against Saprolings. Cabal Paladin. How you have fallen. Last pick. I mean, its stats are its real problem. Oh my god. I have to waffle again, right? I mean, I got a second in Bolus's Clutches. I have to go back to blue-white. I have to. And that gives us sort of 3 legendary creatures. So Karn's Temporal Sundering is back on the table. Man. Yeah. I mean, we could still end up going back, but 2 in Bolus's Clutches is enough of a reason to be blue. And is better than anything in that other pack by a fair margin. So, for now, I mean, I think we just take another one of these. We could go blue-red. I don't think so. This makes things legendary, too. Interesting. It would be better in a world where we could also play Tiana. Question is it worth having another thing that makes my creatures legendary just for Karn's Temporal Sundering? Or should I just do the responsible thing and take like Blink of an Eye here? I think I'm going to take this. It's not responsible, but it's what I did. Ooh, Mox Amber. Is that worth anything? I don't think it is. That card has sort of ended up being a dud in Constructed, as far as I'm aware. I'm also not the most up-to-date on Constructed, especially because this video is being recorded like 2 weeks before it'll be up, but I am going to check. It's worth $3. That's not really enough for me to take it. I mean, our deck can sort of play it, but not very well. I think we probably just take a Journey Mage here. Ooh. That's a really good card to still be here. Nobody's in black, I guess, directly on that side. Syncopate, Urza's Tome. Sort of leaning towards Syncopate. What we want to do is get to the late game and play in Bolus's Clutches on something. And Syncopate also protects something we put on Sarah's Wings on. Yeah, I'll take it. Arvad. All the legendaries in the wrong colors. We'll take another Courser here. So we could go deeper on auras with Arcane Flight. Right now, I don't think we'll take Servant makes the cut. Our trappers aren't going to be great in this deck. They're going to be okay. I mean, we have 5 cards that will 6 cards. They'll be fine. A little better than I was thinking they'd be. So Guardians of Koilos can let us reset in Bolus's Clutches, which sometimes is worth it. Same with on Sarah's Wings. You can put it somewhere else, and it's also another historic. I think I like it more than any of the other options. I do like Excavation Elephant, but one's enough, especially because we don't have a ton of artifacts at this point. We will take Call the Cavalry here. Okay, so do we want another Assistant or another Opt? They're both pretty mediocre. They're both like 23rd cards, and we already have one of each. So, you know, which do we want more? I guess I'll get the Assistant. Yeah. Another Keldon Raider for our pretend red-white deck. So Curator's Ward. Yeah, we don't quite have enough historic permanents for that to be worth it. I mean, it is kind of sweet in conjunction with On Sarah's Wings, but I could get to Chronicler. One thing we don't have a lot of is removal. Take another Elephant. It's not bad to side in. So we may not even have enough artifacts to run the first Elephant, honestly. I mean, it still has decent stats, and it can return a few things, but yeah, we ended up with a very different deck than it looked like we would, all because of that in Bolus's Clutches, but I think that was the right thing to do. White was open enough for that to work out. We don't have a ton of removal, apart from our in Bolus's Clutches. So here's the thing. I kind of think we have to run the Elephants just because we're a little low on playables, but is Sentinel of the Pearl Trident going to be better here than... Yeah, probably. Maybe I'd rather just have another Assistant. I have a lot more historic than I have artifacts, you know, so... I mean, I do have, you know, all 3 of the artifacts we do have are going to end up in our graveyard, but I don't think I want to play Voltaic Servant either. I mean, it is a 2-drop, I guess, but it doesn't do anything. Like, you want some synergy with it to be happy with it. So maybe I put an Elephant back in, though we're now down to 2 artifacts, so probably not. Maybe the Sentinel is just going to be better here. Using it to help my creatures dodge removal or to help put in Bolus's Clutches on something better. I mean, that all seems pretty good to me. So, yeah, I think this is what we'll do. Do we want a combat trick? I don't think we do, and I think that ends up putting the Servant back in, even though it's mediocre. Our deck just doesn't have enough creatures to really take advantage of a combat trick often enough. I mean, granted, these are sort of creatures, and this is a creature. So I guess that's something. But I think I'm going to leave it like this, except I actually need to add some lands. Heard it's good to have those. I think this is backwards, because we have way more early white things. We do need double blue, but we have a while to get it. So, all right, and the scrying will help us get it. And hey, it's on my overlay, so I haven't played an Artificer's Assistant in a while. All right, I would like to play first. Can you keep a hand like this one on the play with opt. I think I probably can. It may end up going really badly, but I think it's an okay keep. I mean, we get to see 2 cards. Surely one of those is a land, right? I mean, oh crap. You never want to see turn 1 Llanowar Elves unless you have fungal infection in your hand. Yeah, so we're not going to see 2 cards. We're just going to see 2. I mean 1, but it is a land, so. And there's another one. All right, so player Voltaic Servant here, who's just so good. We like made a point of putting more planes in our deck, and hasn't paid off yet. Okay, that's probably what we're gonna do. Did they miss a land drop even? Oh no, they already did, yeah. Somebody knows the linguistic origin of my name. It doesn't happen too often. So we're going to cast Divination now ourselves. Nice. All right. So we're going to attack with Voltaic Servant. And it will untap itself. We did get our white mana, which is what we really needed. We need people like you. Yeah, I guess so. Homerite Explorer. Are you going to mill me? You are going to mill me. Interesting. Well, they milled a bunch of stuff that I would have liked to have drawn. Okay, so here I think we probably just leave up Gideon's Reproach and Syncopate. Syncopate. What do we sing? Ooh. Too bad Syncopate won't work on that. We do have Invoke the Divine, though, which will... yeah, they have the mana to pay for Syncopate and then some. But I may be able to Syncopate something they try to power out here, and then Invoke the Divine. Yeah, power something out here, come on. Okay, well, that's not the scariest thing, but I am going to Syncopate it. And then, yeah, we get a free attack on our turn. Yeah, but we basically have to destroy that because it is ridiculous. So, that's what we're going to do. Attack for the 1. Untap my guy. So we have both our untappy guys. Not untappy guys, bouncy guys. Wow, they are a mill deck, man. They have every Homerite Explorer ever. It's kind of a problem, maybe. There's an Embolus's Clutches in our graveyard now. That's not where we want that. Okay. So what I can do, it's not that good though. Wish I had more white mana. It might just be best to play Guardians of Koilos here and have a big creature in play, basically. Like, I was thinking maybe of doing something trickier with Sentinel of the Pearl Trident, but I think I'd rather just play this Guardians of Koilos. No, thank you. And we'll end the turn. Homered Explorer number 5. No, but it is Tatyova. That's not good either. Okay, more white mana is nice. I will play Pegasus Courser here, so we can start threatening them in the sky with... This is basically Sarah Angel now, if you're keeping score at home, between Voltaic Servant and... yeah, so... Yeah, so let's see. Talking about some Jewish history stuff on the side. Surprisingly, this has happened very few times on Magic Online where somebody has actually known what my name was just from seeing it. It's happened, I think, 3 times maybe now. Not a lot of people know Hebrew, I guess. Yeah. So, get rid of your Tatyova because you think my research is interesting. There's like no way they attack with this, so they're just going to be drawing a million cards with it. What we need is our other in Bolus's Clutches. And then we would be ready to go, sort of. I think he's probably typing to me, so this probably isn't the best viewing experience for those of you at home because we're having a conversation. But I guess maybe you're learning some stuff. Probably not stuff you want to learn, though. Yeah. So, can't really... Our plan right now is to just try to kill our opponent with Guardians of Koilos and hope that they don't draw a million cards with Tatyova, but they're going to. So that's just what's going to happen. That is... Yeah. We do have Gideon's Reproach up, but they're not going to attack with anything. So I'm not especially interested. They're not going to be especially interested in attacking into a Gideon's Reproach. We have 16 cards left in our deck. Against this deck, we may want to side in 1 elephant because the likelihood we have an artifact in our graveyard is considerably higher against someone who's going to mill us. So I think I probably will be siding in an elephant for like a Artificer's Assistant or something. But, yeah. It'd be funny if I actually had a Golem in play right now, given that they are, you know, their origins are in Jewish folklore. But these are constructs, so I think the only golem in this set is the 6-mana 5/5 Trampler. It could be wrong. I don't really know what the difference is lore-wise in Magic between a construct and a golem. I guess a construct is more like a robot, and a golem seems more to be magically created within Magic, the game Magic, like magically carved out of rock or something, as opposed to like a robot, an automaton, if you will. My real goal here is to trick my opponent into timing out because they have Tatyova in play and I know he can't win, so I'm just like talking to him. Not really though, but they are falling behind on time. It's not really the way I want to win, and I don't think it will be, but Against the deck with Tatyova could go on for a while. Times like this, I wish you could still put damage on the stack, because Sentinel of the Pearl Trident would be way better if you could. Incidentally, that is part of the reason I have Karn Silver Golem as my avatar. It's the whole Golem thing. But he was actually also the first rare I ever opened way back in Urza's Saga. You may have heard this story before in various other videos, but that is... My opponent actually disconnected, so I guess it wasn't talking about medieval Jewish philosophy that was causing him time problems. It was actually disconnecting. Okay, well... Hopefully I'll remember to edit this part out where I'm not actually talking. All right, they have returned, and we will end our turn. Yeah, internet troubles. That explains it. All right. Okay, they get to draw their card. Just attack with Tatyova, please. Skittering Surveyor, okay. They may have the ability to mill me to death. I mean, yeah, it does seem possible. Oh, man. Right here is when I wish I had mana for Sentinel of the Pearl Trident, because that would have been awesome, but we didn't. So much for our build our own Sarah Angel. Okay. Ooh. Didn't think we'd be lucky enough to see that happen. Yeah. Yeah, let's take 6. Sure. Why not? Artificer's Assistant. So exciting. Okay. Well, we're going to attack with our Voltaic Servant. So we can flash in our Sentinel to kill one of these Homerids. Killing the Tatyova makes me feel a lot better about this game in general, though. Boom. 19. And Artificer's Assistant. And in my turn. Yes, indeed. That is me. This is actually being recorded, which I'll tell him in a second. But okay, so is it worth killing one of these? It might be. It probably is. I mean, what else is Sentinel the Pearl Trident going to do? But I don't think I want to do it yet. I think I'd rather just flash it in here to not let that die, basically. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Okay, well, we end our turn. Oh. No attacks, huh? Let's see. Not a land? That's a land. All right, we're going to end our turn there. I guess we can attack for 1 in the air, huh? Doesn't seem like that'll hurt. Yeah, so I think attacking for 1 big ol' damage is a good idea here. Get in for one with my assistant. Yeah, down to 18 they go. Bluff with these cards in my hand. Well, right now I am going to be the one to run out of cards first, but I do still have my second in Bolus's Clutches and my On Sarah's Wings somewhere in my deck. Okay, so I'm going to block one of these fellas with my Sentinel. I was hoping I'd draw something to make, but it turns out just flashing it into block one of those initially was probably the best plan we had. So we'll block that guy. They have 3 cards in their hand, so I'm a little scared. Tatiova number something. Ooh, Mirari Conjecture. Then get back Divination and then Opt. Oh, or Vicious Hunger. That's better. Good call. Good call. Oh my god. Well, turnover. Now they're going to get back Divination. Not good. Not good. But yeah, I think we side in our Elephant. I think we just take 3 here. Not really anything we can do about that. So next turn they can double their Divination and they can double their Vicious Hunger, which is just going to break us, probably. So, God. That is not what we wanted to draw right now. Could be good later, though. Is it worth that? It's not really worth attacking. We are in trouble. So, Divination, draw 4. Vicious Hunger. He does have to kick the Vicious Hunger to kill 2 things. So we got that going for us. But they probably have another spell. Yeah, they got something else. So double Eviscerate, okay. That's gross. Double Eviscerate. I take 3. They're not going to Divination too. Surely they will. Yeah. Okay. Well, that does keep us alive. Got 10 cards left in our library. Is Baird still in there? He is in there. So, right. Okay, so I'm going to block this one. And I think I'm also going to block this. It's not worth it. If they have a trick to kill me, so be it. Yeah. Because this gives me potentially one more turn if they don't have... Oh, they got something. Gross. Okay. We are done. Yeah. We lose game 1 here. So, let's see. Let's see. So, yeah, I think we probably want one of our elephants. And maybe, yeah, we cut an Artificer's Assistant probably. And, yeah, I think that's reasonable. We don't have anything else that interacts with the graveyard, unfortunately. No. So. But the elephant will be better here than normal because our opponent is milling us. So. Okay, so we would like to play first. Ooh, okay. This hand has the potential to be pretty spicy. Having Baird and Karn's Temporal Sundering is nice. Our opponent doesn't have much removal, so a hand with Baird in it is a decent one, has a decent shot at getting to cast Karn's Temporal Sundering, so we will keep that in mind. Yeah, they are a mill deck. Straight up mill. Okay. So Pegasus Courser. I haven't actually seen this before. And they didn't kill us milling there, but they could. Right now, they're milling themselves faster than us, though. I need another white mana. Thank you. That's thoughtful. Okay, so we're going to attack. Opponent's deck definitely looks fun. I can tell you that. Mill City. And then we're going to play Baird. They do have Vicious Hunger and Eviscerate, so I probably spoke too soon when I said they don't have a ton of removal. They have some. They do have some. Man, they milled in Bolus's Clutches #1 again. That's frustrating. Do I bounce a Diligent Excavator here? Is it worth it? I don't think it is. I think I'm just going to attack. Vigilance and all that. And then probably play the Trapper. Trapper tapping something in addition to bouncing something is pretty strong. Drop them to 16. And yeah, right. I do want to play this Trapper too. That is pretty funny. It's working pretty well. Ish, I mean. This will probably be a Karn's Temporal Sundering turn. You got to cast it when you can, is the thing. And but the crappy part is I don't really want to bounce either of these. And the Excavator... the Excavator's not great to bounce either, is what I was going to say. But I guess that's what I'm going to do. Don't want to bounce Song of Freyalise. I was just... yeah, okay. So, I think we got to do it. I think we do it, and yeah. So we can hit them pretty hard here. So we do the Temporal Sundering. We'll take an extra turn, and we will bounce. Is it still better to bounce this? I have 18 cards left in my library. It's probably still better to bounce the Explorer. Let's do it. And then we get to tap down Diligent Excavator. And then we get to attack for a bunch. So we get to attack for 6 here. And then 6 on our extra turn. On which I think I'll also bounce Homerite Explorer. Okay. Hold on to this candle, I guess. Yeah. So 3, 5, 6... so yeah, we attack them for 6, 4, 5. I mean, I could play the candle and kill something now, but I think it's going to be better to wait. Do this again. Do this flying. And yeah, play the Journey Mage here. Makes it harder for them to go nuts with Song of Freyalise too, if we're bouncing things like that. But I think they're dead. I mean, they have to use removal here to not be dead. Homerite Explorer mills me some more. What do we have in there? On Sarah's Wings is in there now. Yeah, we take that game. So I don't think we really change anything. 27, actually, is where we are now. I mean, their deck is good because of sheer power of cards like Song of Freyalise anyway, you know, so they don't necessarily have to mill. I wish I'd drafted this 70 times. I'm not going to get there. As you can see, I'll probably be around 35-ish by the end. Okay, so is it going to be worth Gideon's approaching a Diligent Excavator? Probably not. Makes it a little more attractive. Of course, if they keep playing... If they keep playing Song of Freyalise, they might not need to mill, yeah. So if they attack here, they don't, darn. Sort of was hoping they would. Hey, we got to draw one of those. Armored Explorer. Okay, their Song of Freyalise turn isn't going to be anything too crazy, at least. They hit Bolus's Clutches again, though. So they're going to be indestructible this turn anyway. So I think maybe I just play another Trapper here. They did hit a Blood Tallow Candle for our Elephant for later. So this is going to get bigger, but I'm not going to be able to block it effectively either way. But so I think we just play another Trapper. And in the turn, so they get bigger. We will be able to Gideon's approach them in the future, but not this turn. This turn we're going to take 6. Armored Explorer. Okay. I think I leave up mana for the Reproach. I'm going to go ahead and opt now. Probably should have done that first, actually. Is a 1/3 something I really want right now? I don't think so. What I really need are bodies that can block these things, and that involves me getting another land. Because if I can... There we go. If I can get to that stage of the game, I think we win. But right now we're going to be overrun by Armored Explorers. So, okay, they're going to cast opt. Okay, they're going to mill us some more. God. Yeah, they're going to mill us to death. They could. I guess is what I'm trying to say. All right, so we're going to block one of them, and we're going to Gideon's approach the other. Okay, so I'm going to play the Guardians of Koilos here, tap that down. Attack for 3. I feel a little better, but we do still we have 14 cards left in our library, so we're going to have to keep things rolling here. The Mirari Conjecture. Luckily, all they have is opt. So, ooh, they milled themselves, though. Clever. Clever. But yeah, they still only get opt. Okay, Invoke the Divine could come in handy later. I think I attack with my Guardians of Koilos here. And then maybe play Pegasus Courser. Maybe I just play my Elephant. Nah, the Courser giving me evasion is pretty relevant. They don't have a sorcery to hit, so we're in good shape there. Another excavator. So we gotta hope we can kill them. Yeah, so in Bolus's clutches here to steal this, taps this down, allows us to attack for 4, 7, 8. That seems pretty good to me. We could steal the Mirari Conjecture, but it doesn't really seem worth it. So, Diligent Excavator it is. Does that lock it in for us? Maybe. Man, I just thought about how awesome in Bolus's clutches with if we could have played the red-white legend that returns auras could have been. Could have been funny to steal this and then cast Divination next turn and invoke the Divine, I guess, but I think we did the right thing here. I mean, it's going to suck if they play some big scary thing, but we know the best thing they have in their deck is basically Tatyova. A bunch of Homerid Explorers aren't going to worry us right now. So, I think we did the right thing. We got the Temporal Sundering. That was fun. It basically won us that game. Wonder if they got disconnected again. That would suck. That would suck for them. I think they might have. I don't know why else they'd be. Could have Syncopate or something. Still get to tap this down and still get to attack for 5 at least. But I think there's probably an internet issue more than there's a Syncopate issue. Well, I think we can chalk this one up as a win. The milling was a little scary, and the fact that they kept hitting our clutches was annoying, but we had a second one, so. And in game 2, we got to Karn's Temporal Sundering, which was awesome. It's kind of funny, our deck only has one actual legendary creature, but we have 3 other cards that make things legendary creatures, so it works out. Okay, looks like this is all going to resolve. They are back. Internet issues do happen. Yeah, so attack with everybody. Let's give flying to the Guardians of Koilos. They could find a way to beat us still. I don't know what they have in their hand. Maybe a Divination to draw them 4 cards or something. Yep. Divination, that could find them something. Like if they hit a Swamp here and then cast... who's it? Impale. That would be fun. Wouldn't that be fun? It could happen. He's not like... Oh yeah, he is straight up dead actually. All right, see you guys in the next match. All right, going into our second match now. We would like to play first. His hand's fine. You know, we have some of our higher curve stuff that we don't love, but, if, you know, Pegasus Courser plus Baird is a nice start in this format, too, which isn't an especially fast one. Well, maybe now we'll just play 2 Pegasus Coursers. We do need to draw 1 more land to play Baird, after all. Well, we do have Baird plus Karnston Portal Sundering, which could pay off. But we do need to find some more mana first. That's for sure. Don't see people very often actually get to take advantage of Llanowar Scout, but our opponent just did. To play another Llanowar Scout and a Jousting Lance. Okay. Land, please. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and play Baird here, who can block these guys even if they have lances. So I'm going to go ahead and attack. So if we get to 5 mana, the question is whether or not I should just leave mana up for Sentinel with Pearl Trident. I think maybe I should. Playing a second Courser isn't going to make a huge difference right now. And that way, you know, if Baird's still alive by then, I can try to protect Baird with the Sentinel, if I need to, anyway. So yeah, I mean, if they pay 3 to equip the Lance, they've only got 1 mana left, and they have to pay it to attack. So they could have another land in their hand, of course, but... Baird is an obnoxious guy. Okay. They just did that to draw a card, I think. Yep. Works for me. So we don't have the 5th land, which is kind of annoying, because if I did, if our opponent plays something like Gideon's Reproach here, we could use our Sentinel to protect our guy, but I think we still attack. I think it's still worth it, so... All right. And we'll just go ahead and play another Courser, too. Okay, this might be something a little scary. Just a Growth from the Ashes, it's ramped, which is pretty scary, but it does mean maybe we'll have something juicy to steal with our clutches. Of course, we do need a little bit more mana to get there. They're definitely a crazy ramp deck of one kind or another. Maybe we can just run them over. Another land, that is what we were looking for. Yeah, I think we just leave mana up for the Sentinel. We could play Guardians of Koilos instead, but I think protecting Baird, or just, you know, if they don't do something to try to hurt Baird here, then I'm just going to flash it in at the end of their turn anyway, just to have another creature out there. So, all right, so we get in for the 4. And yeah, we'll end our turn and leave up mana for the Sentinel. 1 mana away from either of these, both of which can be pretty game-breaking. Crap. See, he's good. And, you know, usually good things are good to steal, right? But if we steal him, we can't use his activated ability for one thing. And for another thing, we won't have any goblins. We don't get the goblins that come with him. So, yeah. It's not the greatest. Okay, they're going to put the lance there. So the question now is, do we still flash Sentinel of the Pearl Trident into play at the end of their turn? I think we do. You know, protecting Baird from this could have been nice, I guess, from the double Siege Gang tokens. We can steal the Siege Gang commander here, or I think maybe we take the extra turn first. That does seem better. Yeah, so I think we'll take an extra turn first. Cast Karn's Temporal Sundering, give ourselves an extra turn. Bounce the Lawnmower Scout, who's equipped. And then we're going to attack with everything. The Sentinel's not going to have flying, so they can block it if they want. Okay, that was enough for them to have the extra turn taken. Okay, yeah, I don't... First Eruption doesn't seem terrible against them. I think I'd want to see a few more X1s before I can be sure about that, though. Right, another good one. Got one of our clutches again, which is always great. Don't have anything to play till turn 3, but then we can... So, hopefully they don't have too quick of a start. Yeah, they're not, which is good news for us. Okay, double Pegasus Courser again. Probably play one on turn 3, one on turn 4, and then Academy Journey Mage to bounce something. Man, never mind. Baird's back. He's liked us. And I've liked him. I kind of feel like he's still a little underrated in the format. I end up with one in most of my white decks, I feel like, which I don't feel like should be happening, but... you know. Right, so we're going to attack with our Courser. See what happens there. And then we're going to play Baird again. They may just have a kill spell for him this time. Nope. Okay, so if we do go to our next game... Oh, what am I talking about? I can't... First Eruption would be nice, but we don't have any way to splash it, so that's not going to be happening. Fifth land here would be good, because we could bounce Halar. Okay. We don't get to do that, but we will attack here. And I think... I probably play... Ah. Okay, that's a problem. They'll be able to block Baird and kill him. Now they're going to block that and kill it. That's going to feel especially good when we just play another one right now. So I think that's what we do. I mean, it's a good blocker after all against these Saprolings. We'll play an Artificer's Assistant too. We're dealing with a large Halar that we definitely want to bounce, and hopefully they don't kick anything. We need that fifth land. I probably play the Trapper next rather than, like, if I don't draw a fifth land, rather than Divination to try to hit the fifth land, but just tempting. Yeah, we'll take 4. All right, we did hit the fifth land. Okay, so I think I'll play the Journey Mage. Bounce Halar. Attack with all these guys. Give Baird flying again. Get in for 4. All right, they're going to ramp and then play Halar. I would think. Oh, they can't because they tapped their mountain. Nice. Okay. Okay. So I think we cast Divination. There's no reason to play our Trapper here. I mean, our Clutches yet. Okay. Please land, and then I think we attack with... I hit harder if I attack with this than I do if I attack with Baird, and I think that's worth it. I mean, attacking with Baird's nice because he does 2 and he can block. But I think in this case, I'd also rather risk my Journey Mage than Baird, so we will give the Journey Mage flying. All right. Then we'll play a Trapper, which means when we play our Clutches, we'll get to tap down a creature in addition to stealing something. And we'll get to scry. At least it wasn't Siege Gang Commander. But yeah, killing that does... Yeah, so we're definitely stealing Halar with Bolus's Clutches this turn. Come on over, Halar. We'll scry and we'll tap down Llanowar Scout. Put that on the bottom. Okay, so that means we might as well attack with everything. Double block that. And chump block that and take 3 and go to 5. Deal. I don't think we have any cards with Kicker to really punish them with Halar, unfortunately for us. We may not have a single one. We have the elephants in our sideboard. Growing from the ashes again. They may have Fight with Fire. And that would be pretty brutal. Ooh. I'm glad I have Gideon's Reproach. If I did not, she would be a real problem. All right, so I think we attack with everything. So this is going to be doubly, this will just kill them actually, because trample, so we'll kill this, trample over for 3, and then they're dead. All right, that match went really well. Hopefully, maybe we can try to get a 6th trophy here. All right, we are going into our final match with a trophy on the line. I think this hand's a keep. The opt makes it much better than it might otherwise be. Our friend Baird is here again, so that's cool. Okay, I think we actually play Artificer's Assistant here. Next turn we can play both Opt and Blood Tallow Candle. So let's Opt first. Do we want to draw this? I think we do. And then we will also play Blood Tallow Candle. And I think we do also want to draw that. That puts us at 4, so... mana, that is. And yeah, we'll attack with our assistant. It's not going to be doing any blocking. So our opponent may be the ridiculous Saproling deck, which seems to be what I run into like 90% of the time in the finals. And when it gets there, it is a scary thing to behold. Although they are playing a Cabal Evangel, so maybe a good sign. Okay, so chances are we're going to be divinating here. Actually, we know we are because we know what we're drawing. Divining, actually, I guess would be the correct form, but... Okay, so Baird will help next turn. I don't really plan on blocking these guys, though. So I'm just going to get in for the 1. They're going to drop me to 14. Yeah, Baird should make their lives a little more difficult. We also get to scry off of him. So that's nice. There's a Courser. But yeah, we definitely play Baird here. We have enough lands now, actually. So, no thank you. I think we attack again with our bird. Still love the art on this bird, obviously, but unlike River Hoopo, it's not like also an incredible card. So, ooh, that is a problem. Goodbye. We can blow it up with Invoke the Divine, so there's that, and that's probably what we're gonna do. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. I mean, it's not going to do anything crazy powerful right this second, but it'll get there. So let's just go ahead and blow it up and gain some life and end our turn. Okay, Mammoth Spider. Something to be killed with our Blood Tallow Candle at some point. So do I leave mana up for Sentinel of the Pearl Trident here, maybe? I think I just end my turn. We see what our opponent does, and we probably kill Mammoth Spider with our candle. And if we have to protect Baird, then that's okay too. All right, they put everything out on the table for us, which I'm happy to see. Okay, so is Sanctum Spirit more of a problem? I don't think so, because we're going to want to win with flyers, so let's kill that. Okay, so I think I just play the Assistant here and leave up mana for the Sentinel. Same logic as before. It can flash in and kill any of these things, so... Or save my Baird. Looks like I'm just going to flash it in and not kill anything, but that's okay. I don't have to kill stuff, you know? Don't need to use the ability. Okay, so we will attack with Artificer's Assistant here. Kapow. Then I think we just play both of these Coursers. And we end our turn. Well, they're flooding, which is good for us. Obviously not so good for them. All right, so we're going to attack with Baird, both Coursers. Yeah. Give him flying. Give him flying twice. For now, I think I just hold on to this Academy Journey Mage. Oh, I should have attacked with this too. Whoopsies. Okay, yeah, I'll end my turn. Well, they may actually have something now. But they may also just be bluffing. Alright, so we are going to attack again. This time also with our assistant. Give this flying. Give him flying. Gideon's Reproach, yeah. We do still get in for 3 here. Our opponent has much more favorable attacks now, basically, across the board. Especially with Sanctum Spirit. I think, for that reason, I think it's time to play Academy Journey Mage here. And we will bounce the Spirit. So we can attack for 3, 6... we have lethal in the air. They could gain life with their Mesa Unicorn, but apart from that... Okay, they are going to attack with the Unicorn. I think we block the Unicorn and take 6. Okay, that could come in handy. Okay. So... I think I'm just going to attack with these things. This can actually block these two power guys pretty well. And if I attack for 5 here, I still have lethal for next turn. Of course, they do have Sanctum Spirit, who will destroy any plans of trying to win this turn. But we can block and kill it at least. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can counter most things here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we're just gonna... They do still have another card in their hand. But what the hell? Let's just syncopate it. All right, we got there. That syncopate on that soul salvage was nice late there. Yep, we still don't have a good sideboard, so on to our next game. 1 game from a trophy. This is a very slow hand, especially on the draw. Can we get away with that? Probably. But yeah, I think we can probably do better. I'm going to keep it. Put that on the bottom. We really have to hope we hit lands here. But if we can have turn 1 Blood Tallow Candle, good, we did. If we can have turn 1 Blood Tallow Candle, turn 2 Syncopate something, and then keep hitting lands, we'll be okay. Maybe. Okay. So we may probably see, if they cast anything here, I think we syncopate it, if it costs 3, and it does. So syncopate we do. We really need to hit a 3rd land now, deck. Can you do it for me? You can. Thank you. Courser? Or Trapper? I think Trapper. That way if I play Baird, I can get in for 3 in most cases. Okay, well. Fine then. Looks like we still get in for 3. I think we play our Courser here. Gideon's Reproach could be what's about to happen. Or Spore Swarm. I'm pretty okay with that. Right, Dark Bargain. Nice little draw spell in this format. Fourth land, please? No. But we can try to find one by going Artificer's Assistant, Voltaic Servant. And we have one coming. We'll leave it there. Good to know. Attack for 1. We will untap Voltaic Servant. We can't attack for 3 in the air every turn right now, which is kind of nice. That's not so nice, because now we can't. Okay, so land, Baird, Scry. I am going to need another island at some point. It gets me closer to Blood Tallow Candle too. I guess I'll take it. I think if he attacks with the spider here, we just take it. I don't see that as very probable, though, because that's a race we would win pretty handily. Yeah. Okay, so land, and we'll go ahead and call the cavalry and end our turn. So we need that 6 land to kill that spider, and then the floodgates can open. Can we do it? Oh, crap. You know, I was wondering if they had a sweeper. Looks like they do. So I really want to draw land here so I can hit them really hard before this stuff goes down. Can we draw the land, please? Also, it would make sure their Mammoth Spider does not stick around. We did it. I'm pretty happy about that because now we can just go... Kapow. Oh, crap. I forgot about the counter there. But we do still get to attack pretty hard here. And I think that makes it the right thing to do, probably. We definitely should have waited, but... So... I guess we'll give Baird flying. Doesn't really matter. Everybody but Voltaic Servant and Mammoth Spider is about to die, so... Which is going to put me at a disadvantage if you... Ah, man, I'm doubly stupid, huh? Yeah. I misplayed that Phyrexian thingamajig pretty hardcore. Now we lose everything, and they have a 4/6 spider. So what we need is in Bolus's Clutches or something like that, basically. Wow, that's pretty lucky. Let's see if it works out. I have a bunch of mana. I mean, yeah, I invoked the Divine. I was going to say, I'm sure they got something. If we have more artifact creatures, we might consider siding one more in. But we don't have a ton of them. Oh, good. So we need to draw our other in Bolus's Clutches, basically, or... Yeah, that's game. They can hit us for 11. So, okay. Yeah, we only have one other artifact creature, and it's not really worth it. Nope. Maybe Adamant Will is. Giving my guys indestructible. But I think I like leaving the deck as it is. Being able to blow up my clutches was sad. All right, I think this is a keep. It's definitely a land-heavy hand where we really, really, really don't want to end up drawing more lands. Okay. You would have been better in turn 1, but I'll take it. You also help me avoid drawing lands periodically. Or at least decrease the chances of it. Okay, so we will attack. And then play the Trapper. We definitely just take 2 here if they attack us. Yeah. 2 it is. Ugh. We are not well equipped to deal with our opponent's board here in the least. You know, the Trapper is a good card, but it looks really bad against all these 2-mana 2/2s and a handful of not much. Trying to decide if I want to block that Mesa Unicorn. I think maybe I do. I think I will. Could have a trick, but where's Baird? Come on, Baird. You've shown up like every game. Like clockwork. So they probably have Spore Swarm. So we really need to draw not a land here. Ooh. I've been pretty lucky, you know, saying the names of things and then like actually drawing them. Hasn't always worked out, like when they blew up our Embolus's clutches, but yes, please. You will help a great deal. And yeah, we'll attack with our 1/1 flyer. Yeah, Call the Cavalry would be a nice way of countering Spore Swarm. I mean, Baird's a pretty good way of making Spore Swarm less significant too. No, they didn't cast Spore Swarm. I wonder if that was a mistake on their part or they really didn't have anything to do. Crap. Yeah, and they almost have the mana to start putting counters on everything too, so in Bolus's clutches is, you know, again, what we need. Let's see if I can draw what I ask for. And we'll end our turn. Every time I've drafted Shalai, I've ended up in just like a white deck that can't actually use her ability, which is pretty depressing, but she's still pretty good. All right, so we'll play a Courser. And to some extent, it's dangerous for us to go wide because we know they have that board sweeper, but their board is scarier than ours. So if they want to blow up their board, and we can actually use Invoke the Divine to kill whatever they put the counter on. So Karn's Temporal Sundering. Maybe you'll help us find it. We will Divination. Okay, another Artificer's Assistant. I guess it's worth playing. So they're going to pump their whole team here, obviously enough, with Shalai's ability. So at least we have Baird, who sort of makes, like right there, you know, ideally they would have attacked with Shalai, but they just couldn't do it because they wanted to use this ability. So we do have that going on, but this is still going to get out of control in a hurry. So, yeah. I mean, it's already kind of out of control. Nope, they don't want to attack yet, though, which I'm cool with. Well, we really need one of our 2 in Bolus's Clutches or Karn's Temporal Sundering here, or I think we lose. I think that's basically it. We would steal Shalai, obviously. That's the only thing we can target right now anyway. Everybody gets bigger. So now they have the mana to attack with one thing. So they probably will. Just wish... No? Okay. This is giving me more and more time to find a way out of this. But we're not. So I do like that we're getting more and more time. So yeah, we definitely need... Ooh, fungal infection. Okay. And pump your whole team still. Yeah. That's fun for me. So we have... Okay, they go to 31. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I don't know that it does enough, though. It doesn't really. Who do I put it on? Probably Bear, just because it makes him a better blocker. He already has Vigilance, but yeah, what the hell. We do get to Scry. We don't want that, so I'm happy to have Scryed there. And we will end our turn. That's not so fun. Now I think we probably die to the might of Shalai. It's a poem. 5, 5, 6, 7. I think I'm going to throw a Courser in front of this. I want to keep the assistant because scrying could end up mattering here. I mean, we do need to do whatever we can to find one of our 2 in Bolus's Clutches, or we're toast, basically. So they could be holding on to an Invoke the Divine, too. Okay, we did get one of them, and we're going to find out now if they have Invoke the Divine. Ooh. I am going to leave this on top. It's worth noting we can't actually play both of them at the same time, but if they find a way to get rid of that in Bolus's Clutches, it does give us an out. Okay. They still have a 6/8, so there's still that. And we don't have green mana, so we can't use that nasty ability. Okay. All right. So I'm going to block this. I'm going to trade with that. And yeah, I'll block here too and go to 6. Once Shalai untaps, we have much better blocks, but let's see what they have here. Ooh. Crap. We're just dead. What we can do... God. So we can play our second in Bolus's Clutches, but that'll make this one go away, and so we're dead either way. I mean, I guess we wait on the off chance they decide to play an artifact for some reason here, and then I can gain enough life to not die. that is basically all we can hope for. When Artifact or Enchantment is played, we can live another turn, but they should just attack with their Thorn Elemental, because that's game. Yeah, that's what they'll do. Well, we missed another trophy at 2-1 here, but that's okay. I mean, as I say, 2-1 is sort of, I'm happy if that's my most common record. I'd be happier if it was 3-0, but it's basically never going to be that. Our deck was fun. We did get to Temporal Sundering a couple times. Would have been nice to do it in that last match, though. See you guys tomorrow for another Dominaria Draft video as we sort of say goodbye to this format with a whole bunch of drafts here at the end.